So we've got our post-workouts here. These Feel Life drinks are awesome. And I've got cereal, Cocoa Dino Bites, the goat cereal with 2% milk. That's not oats. So this is typically what I have after training. Straight carbohydrates, straight protein. It's about 35-40 grams of protein, about 40 grams of carbs and hardly any fat, so it works really well. You just having this?
I'm actually going to have the Feel Life protein and I'm going to have cereal and milk. So I'm going to copy James's just because I am hungry, but I am going to have some oats later today because James made me a delicious pre-workout / breakfast. It was potatoes and eggs, and that definitely fueled me up really nicely. So
this is just chaos.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't even potentially going to train, so we wanted to chat about me and leave that. Come this way. Come this way. Mia, sit down. Chair. All right. Sit in your chair. So we weren't even gonna train. Something that I'm sure you guys struggle with too as parents. Do you want pancake?
Not yours. Not yours. Not yours.
Yeah.
Stardust.
Pancake? Yeah. So, we weren't going to train, but something I'm sure you guys struggle with is finding the time to get in the gym or do some kind of activity when you've got crazy ones like this that either keep you up all night or keep you on your toes in the day. What's something that, how do we even manage to get in the gym? We just force, I think we just forced ourselves, didn't we?
Yeah. We are really good with if one of us says, let's just go now. And then we literally will just go now and go train, or one of us will start training. And that's something that I think both James and I have just always been good with.
But we try and set a minimum number of training days per week that we want to at least get done regardless. So if one of us has to go in the gym and the other one looks after these ones, we'll do that. Another thing that you can really help is not having long training programs. So having 1 or 2 main lifts you're going to do that day, and that being the thing, makes it a lot easier to do training because you know you're not going to be hours. So if you can get a half an hour session in, you pick a 1 lower body, 1 upper body exercise, you're good for the day. Hit those hard. Thanks for moving the camera.
Mama.
There's like smudges on the
I also say one of the things that's really important, and this has happened to me a lot, especially when I was pregnant and when I had this little one, is I will tell myself like little non-negotiables. So like James was saying about the minimum amount of training. So I've said to myself now that I'm post-pregnancy, I'm doing 3 workouts a week. That is my minimum. But another non-negotiable for me is like I tell myself just to actually show up in the gym. So if I start off with mobility, that's normally like the easy part. So if I feel like after mobility, which is 99% of the time, I do want to train because I'm like, now I'm actually warm. We'll actually just do that because the mobility kind of just like gets me started, gets me a little bit more motivated, and I'm also in the gym setting. So for me it's like, okay, I'm in the gym now, I've done mobility, so why not just do my workout that's going to take like 20 to 30 minutes.
And that's the secret. Keeping it short, keeping it simple, working with your partner to give each other time to do some kind of training, trying to have them in the gym with you, which is not always possible. We had them in the gym initially, and then things always get a little crazy. So, but these things are inevitable as you're a parent, you know? So, just remember, you don't need to train like everyone else you see on YouTube, Instagram, etc. that don't have kids, that don't have a normal job, that literally just create content of training. Yeah, that's all they do is they train, they have the time. But if you're watching this and you're in the similar situation, you don't have that time, and that's okay. You can still make progress, you can still make gains just by being smart about how you're going to train. Don't do too much. Don't put so much pressure on yourself to try and chase huge goals now when the time you have is limited. Anything else you want to add there, Leaf, while you my cereal's getting soggy.
Oh yeah.
And I hate soggy cereal, so I'm going to do this here for you.
Then we must maybe switch, because I love soggy cereal actually.
Who eats soggy cereal?
But yeah, one of the things I also wanted to add is, like, it's not always easy, but trying to wake up sometimes before the kids wake up, or getting in a training session at night. We have now recently found that if we actually like open our garage, it wakes Mia up in her room. So I think now, as soon as it gets to winter time, it will also be a lot easier. But one thing we also do is, like, instead of just focusing on like lifting weights, another great thing is like making sure that you do things like getting outside, doing things that actually like give you energy and fills your cup. So for us as well as a family, we will go for walks in the morning. So we say, you know, like, especially now that it's getting a bit cooler in Texas, we want to take our doggy for a walk like in the morning and sometimes at night as well. And that's just a great way. I mean, it's not strength training per se, but it's also just a great way to incorporate some extra fitness into your life and making sure that you actually get like steps in and you are outside and you're doing something with your family. And it also actually just takes you away from your phone, because I feel like that's a lot of times the biggest thing is people use the excuse of not being able to train, but they will end up sitting hours scrolling Instagram, scrolling TikTok, watching Netflix or whatever. And I've fallen in that trap as well, where I'll be scrolling and before I know, you know, hours have gone past. So rather use that time wisely, go to the gym, fit in a session, because you are going to be grateful at the end of the day.
100%. You'll feel 10 times better even if you're tired and you do something. You'll feel far more awake than smashing more caffeine. Mia, do you have anything to add to finish today's vlog? Any word of advice? Okay, her advice is to just drink more milk, get your calories in.
And do squats.
And squats. Yep. Perfect. It's actually pretty good advice, to be honest. Drink your milk, do your squats, and you'll be good to go. But we'll catch you guys in the next vlog.